Heritage Foundation President Kevin Roberts joins me now. Kevin, good morning. Okay, so the president says that countries have been spoiled when it comes to their treatment with the United States and trade. So what do you think about this specific post and what it means for our trade relationships with other countries? He says he's going to be sending out these letters.
Well, and he should continue to do that. You know, President Trump is on a roll. I think last week, Carly, he had one of the greatest weeks in presidential history. He's continuing that this week. And as it relates to Japan and trade, what some people in your audience, very smart audience, obviously may not know is Japan's one of our strongest allies. And so we at Heritage have 100% confidence in two things. Number one, the Japanese are going to be very honest trading partners with us, and the president's letter is helpful. But number two, as it relates to the president sending more letters to more trading partners, there are a lot of countries, unlike Japan, who are tremendous transgressors of free trade. And that's what I think ultimately would be the great benefit of this tariff regime and the president's leadership, and that is ending those ridiculous practices.
We also want to ask you about the big, beautiful bill that Senate still on the Senate floor right now going through their vote-a-rama, and we're expecting a vote to happen at some point this morning. And separate, but also in conjunction with that, this feud between Donald Trump and Elon Musk appears to be ramping up. And this is one of the posts Elon Musk sent on X yesterday, saying every member of Congress who campaigned on reducing government spending and then immediately voted for the biggest debt increase in history should hang their heads in shame, and they will lose their primary next year if it is the last thing I do on this earth. The president responded to that, saying Elon Musk knew long before he so strongly endorsed me for president that I was strongly against the EV mandate. It is ridiculous and was always a major part of my campaign. Electric cars are fine, but not everyone should be forced to own one. Elon may get more subsidy than any human being in history by far, and without subsidies, Elon would probably have to close up shop and head back home to South Africa. No more rocket launches, satellites, or electric car production, and our country would save a fortune. Perhaps we should have Doge take a good, hard look at this. Big money to be saved. So what do you think about this feud that appears to be back on?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, at Heritage, as you know, Carly, we try to add and multiply, cohere the center right in politics in this country. And so I'm hopeful that the president and Mr. Musk can resolve this. But there are two ironies about Elon's statement about starting a new political party. The first is that if he were to do that, then there would be a 0% chance that there would be fiscal restraint in Washington or in state capitals, because it would eliminate the possibility that there would be real conservatives who could be elected. And the second is, I share some of Elon's frustration with the amount of spending that's gone on in Washington, but ultimately he's taking a very short-term view on a very long-term consequence of decades of both Republican and Democrat members of Congress spending too much money. Ultimately, the bottom line, Carly, is that if Elon wants to be frustrated at anyone, it shouldn't be the president. It shouldn't be the conservatives. It should be the moderates in the House and the Senate who continue to obstruct real reform on getting illegal aliens off of Medicaid, on actually cutting spending and changing that trajectory. I would encourage him, because he's so brilliant in the area of business, to spend a little more time looking at politics and policy. And ultimately, Elon Musk will realize the president's right.
Yeah, and the president had said when a couple months ago, he kept on saying, you know, Elon Musk has never asked me for anything. He knows that I'm against these EV mandates, and he never asked me to change them. And now after the fact, he appears to be doing just that, screaming into the wind on X there. Kevin Roberts, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right.